Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. So we're gonna go ahead and do a love reading. You know what that means when we got these decks out here. I feel like living dangerously today. So we're going to do a general love message, see what we pick up on, see what spirit wants to talk about or wants you to know, and we'll just take it from there, okay? So if that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That's going to have anything that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, I'm back. I had to go grab my water. It occurred to me that I don't have it. So let's go ahead and just get into this, guys, right off the bat. We have the emotions card that came out. We don't actually get this card very often here. This is just when you're feeling a lot of emotions, okay? And you could be trying to process these emotions right now. Like you could be trying to figure out exactly how you do feel or, you know, what these sudden emotions are. What do they mean? It's giving like a lot of questions or like swimming through this energy and trying to figure out like, how do I feel? Okay. I feel like it's funny because like in love, sometimes we're always concerned about like, how does the other person feel? How does the other person feel? But I feel like for you, Gemini, you're almost like self-focused here about like, how do I feel about this situation? Okay. Like, how do I feel about these emotions? How do I feel about the impact that this person has on me and how, what emotions they do bring to the surface, whether they're positive or not so positive. I feel like you know, a strong sign of a genuine soulmate is not somebody that just always makes you feel good. It's not always about like the positive and being in the light energy. Like a true soulmate is somebody that can cause you to rise up, cause you to want to step into, you know, somebody greater, somebody that's living up to their full potential. It's somebody that tests you, and not in like a manipulative way, but in the way of like, you know, am I standing in my full integrity? Am I being all that I can be? You know, what do I really think? What do I feel? Who am I? You know, a true, genuine soulmate will come into your life and cause a catalyst of change. Okay, and cause you to question yourself, think about yourself. And these are good things. You know, I find that sometimes people get caught in their limiting energy and they don't want to grow. They don't want to change. They don't want to face any of these things. But I actually feel like Gemini, in regards to your love life currently, there's some kind of situation here where you are processing your emotions. You're thinking about this. You're trying to swim through this and figure out like, how do I feel? Also, I don't know if you notice these little like circles and stuff. It's giving like protective vibes because that they're just looking like the evil eye for me for whatever reason. So, you know, an evil eye is a form of protection. So there could be this energy of like you're kind of hold it into yourself. Like I'm getting like a clam energy or like an oyster that has a pearl inside, or like a crab energy. Something that has like this outer hard shell that protects its soft, vulnerable parts, right? So there could be this energy right now of you being very vulnerable, you know, with yourself, but kind of having this cold, hard exterior on the outside, okay? For whatever reason, Gemini. Okay, maybe this person has put you into defensive mode. Maybe this person has made you question some things or something here. Okay, so what do we have for Gemini gang? Let's just get some general messages when it comes to their love life, spirit. Like what's currently happening, what's currently going on. Y'all know on this channel I'm very self-focused, but if we happen to pick up on the other person and how they're feeling or what they're going through, we'll definitely look at that. So just general messages here. We have the Throne. Okay. It says, be sure this connection is not causing you to forget who you are, right? And there could be something here where, yeah, this maybe somebody like this, a connection is here, Gemini, that's very intense, right? It's like giving like strong soulmate energy. And so, yeah, you can feel like you lose yourself a little bit in this person, which is good. There's nothing wrong really with giving up control for a second and just seeing where things go. But if it's causing an adverse effect, like if it's causing some negative energy to happen in your life, or it's causing you to like, I don't know, slip back into old triggers and mindsets that aren't exactly the healthiest for you. Yeah, there's a need to kind of pull your power in, which is exactly what I was getting with that emotion energy, because there's something here where you really are delving deep into your own emotions, how you feel. you know? What's going on with you? So Spirit is saying, yes, this is a very intense connection. Whatever you're dealing with right now, whoever you are dealing with right now, it's very intense. Okay? And so because it is intense, it's like, you know, and then there could be a questioning here too of like intense versus toxic. You know, like, is this intense or is this toxic? You know, like there could be something here, right? Okay, so I feel like there's a really big energy of like stepping back and just pulling your energy back and, you know, calling back in your power, finding your power, claiming your power, something like that, guys, is what's going on. Okay, so current energy for Gemini gang when it comes to whatever connection or love situation that they're dealing with, we have patience. There's no need to rush this connection. Let it unfold as it should, right? With romantic feelings on the bottom of the deck, which is saying you both feel this connection. So there's a certainty here, I feel like, between you and whoever this is. We're definitely picking up on a person. Okay, so for my people who are completely like not talking, not interested in anybody, this might not be the reading for you. We'll see though, right? Watch if you want to. But yeah, it feels like there are romantic feelings and there's a certainty around that. Like there's like, that's the one thing that we are sure of in this connection is that we're feeling something for each other, right? That you've stirred something within. There are these emotions here. And I feel like maybe that's what you are trying to decipher right now within yourself, Gemini, is like, what are my emotions? How do I feel? I know I feel something here, but what is this, right? And with the patience energy, it's like there's a surrendering type of energy too. It's not letting go. It's not moving on. It's just surrendering for yourself to kind of fall into whatever it is that you're feeling. Okay. So there's a patience here. There's an energy of like not trying to rush, not trying to push, not trying to force. Okay. And there could be this energy here of just, again, an ultimate knowing is what it feels like too. Okay, especially since there's a recognition here of how intense this connection actually is, like how much this connection has the ability to like throw you off of your path here, or and I hate saying that because Spirit's like, whoa, back up now. It's not throwing you off your path, it's just causing you to step out of your power a little bit. That's the deal, right? Because for some of you guys, your path actually does go along with this person. It's just, you know, there could be power struggles or something here where it's like, I got to be right. And, you know, and partnership is not about that. Partnership is not about, you know, me versus them. It's not about me and my needs and only looking out for myself and oh, well, if the other person can't get with the program, oh, well, like a true partnership is about compromise. It's about unity. It's about trust. It's about devotion, and it's about equality, right? It's about both individuals coming onto the same page here and deciding that, you know, my happiness means the world to me, but your happiness also means the world to me. So I'm going to act in integrity, and I'm going to act in ways that I know that is not compromising my happiness nor your happiness. True partnership is about taking responsibility for not only yourself, but the other person as well. And there could be something like that going on, right? We have vulnerability here for just the general energy. Releasing heart blockages to give and receive love. And that's that energy that I'm getting here, right? Because there's something here where it's like, there's a patience and there's an accession of like your own feelings, right? Like, how do I feel when it comes to this situation? Some of you guys maybe haven't had these feelings stirred within you in a long time. And so when these feelings all of a sudden bubble up to the surface out of nowhere, it's like, oh man, you know, I don't know how to act. I don't know how to feel. It's like instantly wanting to tuck back into your crab shell, or to tuck back into, like, again, that clam or oyster shell that I saw with the pearl, because the pearl is like something, it's a gift. It's a treasure. It's something very beautiful that I feel like you have to share, Gemini, but there's an energy of like, I'm not sure, right? So with the vulnerability, releasing heart blockages, I feel like that's the general energy right now, is like trying to release heart blockages so there can be authenticity, so there can be understanding and connectedness here within whatever this situation is. We have self-love. Do not forget your self-worth. You matter too. And that's the thing. Some of you guys could find yourself giving a lot. And you'll know who you are in this situation. If you've been sitting back just all too happy to let this person give, and trip over themselves to show you how important you are to them, it's like, yeah, there's a need to kind of see that you have to be vulnerable and you have to give a little bit too, you know? But if you've been the one that has been tripping over yourself, trying to prove your worth, trying to prove you're devoted, trying to prove that you care about this person, it's like there's a recognition almost here of like, whoa, I matter too. And obviously this person isn't going to acknowledge that. So I need to acknowledge that within myself, right? I matter too. I'm worthy of love. And if you can't find the love within this situation right now, because of whatever reason, it's like there's a really big withdrawal here to give the love to yourself. And this is actually helping the connection, guys, believe it or not, because it's releasing the blockages, you know? It's releasing the blockages and it's helping there be some real genuine, raw, authentic vulnerability that can be brought to the table. You know, a lot of times in life, we wear masks, right? We do. We wear masks, and it's not just in love, it's in any kind of situation in your life. But, you know, you wear a mask because you don't want to be hurt. It's self-preservation. No, or you don't want to reveal the dark, undesirable parts of yourself, right? But true connection, whether this is in any relationship, guys, this goes for anything. This goes for love, platonic, romantic, family, friends, anything, any kind of situation where you're connecting with another person. It's actually quite important to see the undesirable parts of somebody. It's important to see what's behind the mask, because then you can know, first of all, if you want to deal with something like that, but then also number two, you can see that this person is not perfect, and that gives you room to open up as well, because we're both coming to each other vulnerable. We're both coming to each other open. We're not hiding behind these masks and these airs of I'm perfect, I'm healed, I'm this, I'm that. You know, everybody has issues, guys, okay? It's about whether your issues are compatible with theirs or not, really, right? At the end of the day, okay? So general energy, please. Let's get one more card out here. General energy here for what we have. We have the Fates. This connection was written in the stars. It says you were meant to meet this person. And then we have a past life energy coming through. You have known each other before. So yeah, there's obviously karma here. And I know that in the spiritual community, we get caught up on like karmics and divines and all that stuff. And yes, there is a difference. But it feels like, you know, there's karma in this connection. You have something that you're working out this lifetime. Maybe you guys are coming back together because you're trying to get something right this lifetime. You know, we're going to keep doing this until we get it right. So there could even be like a seeking energy within each other. Like, you know, you seek each other out in each lifetime. You make dang sure that you find each other or that you run across each other in each lifetime, because you want to at least have the chance to make it work, right? And I get the energy too of like, if it's not, I've never really picked up on this before, but this is what I'm getting. So I'm purely channeling from what Spirit's having to say about this. It's almost like there's a recognition within the souls, whereas like, okay, we've both healed enough within ourselves to be vulnerable. There's always going to be bumps. There's always going to be conflict. There's always going to be abrasiveness and all that stuff, right? But we've healed with each other enough to where we can actually truly show up as who we are and try to work on this, or we can't. And if there's an energy here, if we can't, you guys will break apart very quickly, because I feel like there's this energy here within both of y'all's souls that you do not want to create any more negative karma on this connection. We're only going to come together in lifetimes where we can be positive with each other. We can heal together, right? And we can really work on forming a union that's healthy and fulfilling for each person involved. If that's not going to be the case, then there's going to be a breakaway very quickly, because again, you guys don't want to accumulate any more karma or pressure on this connection. This does not feel like a karmic energy. This does not feel like somebody who is toxic or is meant to be toxic in your life. Again, toxic and intense is not the same thing. Toxic and passion is not the same thing. You can feel passionate about this person. This person can test you to step up to your highest self, to learn lessons, to activate you onto your spiritual path for sure, right? This person can come in and test you to grow up, nut up or shut up type of energy. But it's not like the kind of energy where it's like this person's breaking down your soul, like they're breaking down your spirit, which is what a karmic does, okay? So this is not a karmic situation. Spirit is coming through very clearly. This is a soulmate connection. Soulmate connections are meant to heal in a very gentle yet forceful way. It's like the ocean, right? Like when you need to have that wave slam down on you, that's what you need. But when you need it to be calm and serene, that's what it is as well. So yeah, you guys have definitely had some past lives together. Perhaps in past lives, you've been very star-crossed, right? Where the connection has seemed fated yet doomed. It just hasn't come together. It hasn't worked out for whatever reason. Again, this person's doing this person's that. There's a sense of like needing to choose each other too here, because that's another thing that I find about karmic connections, which this is not. When you're in a karmic connection, there's almost this energy here of feeling forced, feeling bound, right? Like feeling chained. That's why a lot of karmics will have like kids and they'll get married and they'll have properties. Not that all marriages are karmic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is what I've noticed with my work here that I've been doing over the years with people and their spirituality. I've noticed that karmic connections, you know, you'll come together and you'll instantly bind each other to each other, right? Again, through kids, through contracts, business contracts, housing contracts, marriage, you know, where it's like you feel bound and you feel like you can't exactly escape or walk away when you want to, right? The thing about a divine connection, a healing connection, is that it is consensual. There is consent. There is reciprocity. There's this energy of I'm staying here even when it's hard because I want to, not because I have to, not because I bought a house or started a business or had a baby and my whole life will be ruined if I walk away from you. No. I'm here because I am consenting to this and I want to be here. Okay? And so there's this energy here with this connection of you guys both needing to choose each other. And that's a very important, I feel like, to spirit, because under star-crossed, we have spirit. And I don't take these cards in reverse, guys, but if there are any reverse messages, you know, I will definitely let you know. I read the energy, not how the card comes out. It says the divine is guiding this connection, so surrender to what is. That's that energy here. Spirit wants you guys to choose each other. And if you can't choose each other, then you guys will break apart, because there's this energy here of, again, there's some kind of karma that's being cleared when it comes to not choosing each other in a past life for whatever reason. It could have been anything, guys. Okay. And if you want to know any individual past life energy, I'm great at reading past lives. I love that energy. I have a very strong belief in reincarnation. And so I've done tons of past life readings for people where I've been able to pinpoint some pretty accurate stuff. So I don't normally brag on myself, guys. You know that. But when it comes to past life readings, like, I really am pretty good at it. So if you want to know your specific past life with this person, I would love to do that for you. You can always reach out in my email. So yeah, there's this energy here of, in a past life, you guys did not choose each other for whatever reason. It doesn't mean that y'all didn't like each other. I feel like quite the opposite, right? There's an instant recognition here when it comes to your souls. Y'all's souls love each other. Y'all are just like, wanting to be together so bad. You just want to cling on to each other so badly. I want to be right there with you so badly. But it's like forces were keeping you apart. It could have been societal standards, cultural differences. It could have been maybe somebody had to go to war. Maybe somebody was already promised to somebody else, marrying somebody else. You know, it's just whatever the situation was, it's like there was an opportunity where, regardless of how hard things are, there's still an opportunity to choose each other. So maybe in this life, there's a mimicking to that, where it's like, yeah, the odds might be slightly stacked against us here, right? There's differences. There's societal differences. My family might think you're weird, right? There's a distance, or there's an age gap, or there's a religious, whatever. There's something here where you guys are being asked to really choose each other, okay? So that's kind of what I'm getting here, guys. All right. Okay. And again, Spirit's like, if you can't choose each other this lifetime, it's okay. We will have another opportunity. But I feel like there's this energy here of your souls wanting to choose each other. Okay. So I'm going to get, since we did pick up on a person, guys, I actually want to get like 2 cards for how you're feeling for this person, and then like 2 cards for how they're feeling towards you. Okay. So, and it, you know, if I say you, but it's actually feeling like you're in the other position, you know your heart, you know your feelings better than I do, right? So go with what you feel. Okay. So how is Gemini gang feeling towards this person? How is Gemini gang feeling towards this person currently, Spirit? How is Gemini gang feeling towards this person? Okay, we have inconclusive. It says the situation is not over for good, undecided, and we have a standoff. Lack of movement, possibly due to ego, refusing to make a move. That's that energy here where it's like, I don't know. I need to assess my feelings. This connection stirs up some very intense emotions within me, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to feel this. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do this. You know, there's something here with that, but you're inconclusive basically when it comes to this person, Gemini. You just don't know. I feel like the feelings are not the problem. It's just the situation itself, right? It's like not knowing how I feel. We have serendipity, seeing the signs, angel numbers, songs, hearing their name, and other strange coincidences, okay? So yeah, and it's funny too because we have a runner. He's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard, right? She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. Hurt anyone that gets involved, right? Not ready to commit but take it this far. Ooh, Gemini, why Spirit calling you out like that? I don't know, y'all, okay? Spirit's like, you need to listen to that song. It's about you. No, I'm just kidding. But there is this energy here of like being a runner, being a track star, right? Like, you know, when it's getting too intense, like, oh man. So yeah, with the serendipity here, like obviously for how you're feeling, Gemini, you're feeling like signs, right? You're seeing signs about this person. You're seeing their name, hearing their name, you know, angel numbers, maybe seeing their birthday. Songs are reminding you of this person, okay? Other little strange, weird coincidences and stuff. It's like, yeah, you're getting signs about this person, but these signs with the runner on the bottom of the deck, it's like almost like you're running away from it still because you're just, you know, it's almost like, and again, that standoff that we saw, like refusing to move forward, refusing to make a move because of ego. It's like, there needs to be an ego death here. You can't have a solid, consensual, mutual partnership when ego is driving the ship here. Love must always drive the ship. It always has to. Ego is important. Ego, there's a need for having a healthy amount of ego in your life, right? But at the same time, it's like when there's another person involved and there has to be compromise, there has to be vulnerability. Ego cannot be what's driving this relationship. It cannot be what's driving the ship, because the ship is going to crash, or it's just going to go around in circles because somebody's trying to impress their ego, feed their ego, satisfy their ego more than they're trying to do any of those things for their partner, right? So there's an energy here. Maybe the signs are telling you that, right? To end the standoff or to make a move or to get over yourself or whatever it is, right? There's this energy here of, you know, the signs really speaking to you. So Spirit is really speaking to you about this person, Gemini. Let's see how they feel about you, okay? How is this person feeling about Gemini gang? How is this person feeling about Gemini gang? We got nuts and bolts. Learning about each other's love language and working on this connection. So yeah, it feels like this person is learning some things about you, Gemini. Like they're seeing some things. Okay? Like this person might have thought that they maybe had your number or something, or they knew who you were, or they could read you like a book or something like that. I don't know. There was like a certainty that has turned into an uncertainty, which is interesting because we have that mirrored over here, right? So it's like this person maybe did at one point think that they knew who you were, what this was, whatever, how you were going to react to things, all that stuff. But it's like now they see that actually they have a lot to learn about you. They have a lot that they weren't aware of you. Okay. And again, guys, you can resonate with either side or both sides, really. Okay. Because I find that in feelings, they often are mirrored in some kind of way. So yeah, this person, and also I feel like Gemini, this person wants to know more about you. They want to know what makes you happy without sacrificing their own needs, right? Because sometimes we can just make it all about the other person. And we saw that here with the self-love energy of no, like each person has to have their own autonomy. Each person has to, you know, recognize their own worth and value too. But I do feel like there's an energy here of this person wanting to work on this connection, you know, wanting to learn about you and what makes you happy. Because I feel like at the end of the day, Gemini, this is a very positive energy, even if y'all are not going through the most positive situation, right? This is very positive. It feels like this person just wants you to be happy at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, this person just wants to see you happy. And if they're able to help that, then that's what they want to do, right? So how is this person feeling about Gemini gang currently? Let's get one more for how this person is feeling about Gemini gang. How is this person feeling about Gemini gang currently? We have wounded that came out with self-love again. Somebody expects the worst because of their past. Okay, so obviously this person has been triggered slightly in this connection with you, right? There's this feeling here with wounded and too with self-love, like maybe this person did kind of put it all out there on the line for you, and they, it's almost like, I'm sorry guys, they're showing me the most funny yet messed up scene in my head. They're showing me the energy of like, you know how like in the Fool, like in the tarot, you have like the Fool card, which is like the cliff of change, and you go to the cliff and you jump and you take that risk and you really go for it, right? You have faith and belief and you jump off the cliff of change, right? Well, it's almost like you guys drove up to the cliff together, and you know, this person was like, oh yes, the cliff of change, right? And they're like, this is beautiful, right? And they're like getting a running head start. They're like, yes, I'm about to jump full force into this. I believe in this. I know what this is. I want this, right? I believe in you. And they're just so happy and they're just running. And then it's like, they turn and you have gotten into the car and you are like speeding off, like dust in the air and everything. And then this person is just like stopping and they almost fall off, but they stop themselves from falling off. They're like, this motherfucker. Okay. Like, you know, like I don't even got to ride home, right? It's almost that kind of energy, guys. I feel like this person is like, maybe they put it a little bit on the line for you. And again, reverse this if necessary, but it feels like this person maybe put it a little bit on the line, was very vulnerable, very much like, I feel sure about this. I believe in you. I believe in this. And you were just like, yeah, you know, I mean, you're great. You're one of a kind. I've never met anybody like you. I never felt anything like this before, but, you know, inconclusive, right? And that could have been really wounding to this person, because I feel like, not to make you feel bad, guys. Don't feel bad for where you're at. I'm just saying. It could have been wounding for this person because this person might have self-love issues. They might have struggled with their self-love like their entire life, right? This could be something where you guys mirror. You know, they've been told constantly by people that they're not good enough, okay? Or they're too much, or they're this, they're that. It's like nobody really has ever came in that's just been like, you know what, you're just awesome as you are. Like good days, bad days, good hair, messy hair, whatever. When you're being a little cray-cray, when you're being Gandhi and you're grounded as heck, I don't care. Like, you're just awesome as you are. I love every part of you. They're playing that song by John Legend, All of Me Loves All of You. All your curves and all your something, all your perfect imperfections. Basically, he sings that song for his wife. He made that song for his wife or whatever. But yeah, that's how this person maybe felt about you and was hoping that you felt the same way back, right? Like they accepted you for all your flaws, all your, you know, insecurities. Maybe they saw some of your insecurities or something and they held you closer. They didn't push you away. And so when you didn't kind of reciprocate that energy, Gemini, because of whatever you're going through, right? It's almost like this person was wounded by that. And so now they're in this energy of being very guarded, you know, protecting themselves, really self-focused, because they don't want to be put through the same situation that they were put through in the past, either in this connection, literally in a past life, or again, you know, with what they've been through before. Right? Because it's one thing, like when you're healed, like you can go through things in relationships and stuff and then feel like you're healed. But then when somebody triggers that healing, it's like, you know, we have communication here. It says talking to each other will help bring clarity and trust. And I feel like that's what this person does want. Like ultimately they do want to have a clear conversation with you. Not one of these conversations where y'all beat around the bush. You talk about everything but what you guys are feeling. And, you know, this person's hiding themselves and this person's, you know, got their armor on because they're wounded. Like they want to have like, you know, both people show up without their swords, without their armor, and without their like, you know, they're showing me like somebody who has like a bag and like they throw it down and it's like dust and it's like boom and a cloud, and then when the cloud disappears that person's gone. Like they don't want any tricks, they don't want any of this. They just want to talk to you vulnerably and openly about how each other feels, but you might not be ready for that, Gemini. Okay, I want to pull from the romance angels for how you're feeling about this person. Let's get some more clarity here for how Gemini is feeling. Make the effort. See, we see the mirroring here just in different ways, right? They want to work on this connection. You want to work on this connection too. We have retreat here. It's time to disconnect from the world. You might want to get away with this person. You might want to go on, like, I don't know, some kind of getaway trip, or maybe you just want to disconnect from everybody else and be with this person alone. You know, there's something about that here, but there is an energy here, Gemini, of you wanting to make the effort, okay? It says great luck, great lurf. Great nerve is worth taking the steps that you are guided to take. And that is that energy of the serendipity that we have here on your side, Gemini, because you are being guided to take a move, to make a move, to put in effort. And you've been running, or you've been ignoring that, or whatever, you know, whatever you've been doing, guys. This isn't a judgmental reading at all. We have all been there, and there's no judgment here on my end at all. Okay. But there is this energy here of, again, like you're being guided to take some steps. Okay. And it's funny too, because in this picture, we have like the little boy, and he's just like, right? Like on this little girl, and she's like, yep, he's obsessed with me, right? And there could have been an energy like that, Gemini, where you like that. You liked that this person was like all on top of you, you know, and wanting you. And then, you know, you could kind of drop them. And it sounds a little harsh. It does sound a little harsh, but you could kind of drop them, pick them up when you wanted to, or whatever. Or again, reverse the situation. Okay. Because I know I'm going to get comments where people are going to be like, I'm actually the wounded nuts and bolts person. Hey, again, reverse as needed, okay? But it feels like somebody here in this connection was definitely like happy that the other person was showing and doing the most. But it's almost like, yeah, there's a need to do that back, guys, okay? All right, so what do we have here for this person and how they're feeling about Gemini gang? Over here, let's get one for them. We have trust. Reconciliation. This person might have like a deep knowing in their heart, like even if it doesn't come together this lifetime, like I'll always find you, or you'll always find me, or, you know, because maybe this person is more like, not more connected to their spirit or anything, but they just see the spiritualness of this connection more because of that wounded energy where they put their heart on the line. It's almost like, I feel like this person knows that y'all came into each other's lives for a reason. Y'all found each other for a reason, and you'll do it again, right? Like, so if it doesn't necessarily work out in this lifetime, like it will work out. So there's a kind of disconnect that's happening on this person's side towards you, Gemini, because I feel like this person is truly surrendering and knowing that spirit is working in this connection, right? So yeah, that's interesting, guys. Let's get some tarot out here. Okay. Throne. And we're going to try to breeze on through this, guys, because we have a lot out here. Throne. Be sure this connection is not causing you to forget who you are. But this is the general energy, guys. Okay. We have a sail away. This is the big sail away card, the world energy. It's like, yeah, you know, closing out cycles. I've already closed out that cycle. I've already been through the circus. I've already been through this. I've already, you know, it's that kind of feeling here. Excuse me. I'm like, excuse me, guys. Very burpy too. And you know, burping with me now when I'm doing readings, it's like purging energy. I feel like there's something here with that. I'm also getting the energy of you guys getting over your own crap, or them getting over their own crap. There's something here where it's like we're having a long, hard look at ourselves here and what maybe is holding us back or confining us a little bit. Because if we look at this Ten of Swords card, it's like, again, she's like been pinned down to the ground with all these swords. She's trying to reach her broom because she wants to get out of this situation. And the other person's just like, right, running away. So there might have been like this energy of feeling like somebody might feel like they were betrayed a little bit, you know? Like, I showed up and you showed up just to hurt me. That's how somebody might feel, guys. We do have the wounded out here on their side. So they might feel like that. They might feel like they showed up and you showed up just to hurt them. Or you feel like you showed up and they showed up just to hurt you. Or maybe both of y'all feel like y'all showed up and the other person just showed up to hurt. You know, we won't know if there's not communication, right? Because that's why I value communication in my own, you know, personal relationships. Communication is everything. It's everything. Okay? because you can sit back and assume and guess, and being the queen of somebody who can get up in her head and just and create stories that aren't even based in reality. I know there's nothing better than having somebody who can talk to you, be clear, be concise, be direct, not play any games, not try to mess with your head, and especially if they know that you're like this and they let you sit there anyway, it's kind of cruel. So there's this energy here of that maybe, okay? So some of you guys, there's an energy here with general energy of just surrendering this, you know? And just feeling like, you know, if it's meant to be, it's going to be meant to be. But at the same time, I'm not going to step off of my throne or give up my power, but I will meet this person where they're willing to meet me, right? Because that whole, like, it's meant to be, like that, we can't have the divine come in here and create a connection, carry the connection, fix the connection, evolve the connection. That's not how it works. Everybody is in charge of their own lives, just like everybody's in charge of their own love relationships, right? So Spirit can bring you guys together, you know, but then after that, it's up to you, right? It's up to you how this evolves, how this plays out, how it ends, how open you guys are, how hard you're willing to work on it. That's completely up to each individual in the connection. So the whole, if it's meant to be, it'll be, I feel like that's kind of like a dismissive type of energy of like, I don't need to take accountability for this. And yeah, you do. If you want this relationship, if you want this person, if you want to get it right this lifetime, then yes, you do have to take accountability. Everybody does, okay? That's just how it goes. Patience, there's no need to rush this connection, okay? Let it unfold as it should here. I'm not going to take that because that's just too much, but the Judgment card is actually really sticking out to me here because there's an energy here of reflection. What is this? Patience. Okay. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah. It's like there's really this energy here of like reflection over something. Okay. There's that cliff of change that I was talking about, right? Somebody's so excited and so willing to jump out there and, you know, and then the 5 of Cups is just sadness. So somebody could be still healing from something in their past, even if they're not like connected to this person or this situation anymore. It's like they can't stop seeing what's failed, what hasn't worked out in their past. So much so that they're not able to see what Spirit has for them. You know, that there's more here available to you, right? So maybe something didn't work out in your past, Gemini, or their past or whatever. Maybe somebody was left very hurt because they put in their all, right? But Spirit's like, yeah, but I have a whole table that's set for you. I have something else for you. You want to focus on 3 cups instead of this whole feast that I have, right? So there could be somebody who maybe is being very patient with the other person because they know that they're healing from something, or maybe you're just being patient with yourself here because this is just general energy up here. So it just feels like there's a general energy of being patient because people are dealing with their wounds, they're dealing with their trauma, they're dealing with the past and how that has disappointed them. And sometimes we can get really caught in this energy of not seeing that there's still more from life that it's trying to offer you. There's better things for you, right? It's like, man, I really wanted these 3 cups though. I really wanted this to work out and it didn't work out and I got hurt. And then what if this happens again? And you know, woo-doo. And Spirit's like, bruh, could you please turn around? Because if you just turned around, you'd see that who cares about those 3 cups? You have this. I don't know. Okay, that's what I'm getting, guys. What is this vulnerability? Releasing heart blockages to give and receive love. We have, yeah, the 3 of Pentacles, because that's an energy of working together, being on the same team here, right? We have the Justice energy here, and then we have the Hierophant that popped out, okay? So Taurus energy, Libra energy could be significant. Some of y'all could cusp with Taurus, okay? But there's this energy here of needing to kind of work together. And it's funny because I feel like this is like you and like your spirit guide, or like you and Spirit here, these 3 individuals. It's like there needs to be balance, there needs to be harmony, there needs to be fairness, there needs to be integrity. Everybody has to be, again, worried about their own happiness, but also worried about the happiness of the other person, okay? It's not enough to show up in a relationship with this selfish energy of like, it's all about me and what's best for my life. Right? Like Shrek says, this is my swamp, right? Oh man, yeah. So we could have been a little bit in a Shrek energy, right? Like used to kind of being the lone wolf, or only worrying about their self, only caring about their self. And then when Fiona shows up, right? Whether you're Shrek or Fiona, or both of y'all are, you morph into Shrek and Fiona, I don't know, whatever. You guys make it fit, okay? But when it's like, when Fiona shows up, it's like, oh man, I got to work together with somebody. I got to think about somebody else and how they're feeling and, you know, what's convenient for them. And it's like, there could have been this energy here of being really blocked in that way. Okay. So teamwork is what's needed here. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say, right? It's funny. It's funny energy. Look, we got... I was wondering how long it would take for this individual to show up here in this reading. King of Cups, channel sponsor, always watching from a distance, okay? Always watching. This person could be watching you have fun. This person could be watching you live your life here, right? And it's like, it's interesting because this actually came up the other week in a personal reading that I did for love. The King of Cups here has himself walled off, right? He has himself in this little island, you know? And it's like he's kind of built himself his little throne there that's not realistic at all, okay? It's just not. You know, and you guys know how I feel about this King of Cups. Always looks like there's something binding his feet there too. So it's like this person has kind of walled themselves off emotionally. They've got a lot of emotions because the King of Cups is somebody who feels a lot, right? So you or this person, somebody has, or maybe both of y'all, right, have a lot of emotions, but you've built this wall of water. You've built like almost like a water, or almost like a box of those emotions around yourself. I don't know, or themselves, whatever, guys. If I keep going back and forth, it's gonna get me confused. You know that, you know who you are. You know who you are, okay? But yeah, there's this energy of this person possibly watching you again, watching you have fun, watching you have a good time, maybe even watching you move on, watching you date, watching you, like, you know, express yourself with other people or be open to other connections. This could be stirring something up within them for sure. Yeah, that's what it's stirring up, right? No, this is my soulmate. What are they doing? What are you doing? Right? It's like that kind of energy here. I don't know, but this is definitely this energy of this person watching you. This could also go along, since we're going into the fates. I'm going to pull a separate card for that, but the fates, this person could have spotted you before you spotted them, Gemini, or vice versa. Somebody spotted somebody before the other person, and whoever the one was that saw this person first, they're like, oh, it's like, that's my person. Instant recognition. Even if they're not willing to admit that to you or themselves right now. It's like there was this instant recognition of, this is my person. Wow. I feel like instantly connected to this person. Okay. Okay. So the fates, this connection was written in the stars. You were meant to meet this person. We have the Four of Pentacles. I'm hearing that song. I keep holding on. I don't know who that sings that song or what the other words are to that song, but that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's like, you know, somebody's soul is, both souls are connected to each other, but there's one soul that's like, I will find you in every lifetime. And when I find you, I'm going to make sure that we meet, right? I'm going to make sure. But then I'm going to run away. No, but there's this energy here of like, you know what I mean? It's like, now you see me, now you don't. I don't know. There's something here with that, guys. But I just feel like there's this energy here of like this person, they do hold on to you, you know? Because this is the card of not wanting to let go. But this is also the card of not wanting to open up either, because he's sitting on his treasure chest, right? So there's this feeling here of like, yeah, this connection was fated because there's a determination to meet each other every single lifetime. Like it probably is in your like Akashic records or like your soul contract that you have with the divine. I guarantee you this person's in there somewhere. And it might not be the whole bit of your contract. Like it's not all about them, but I feel like this person is there. Let me get some water, y'all. This person's a little thirsty for you. A healthy amount of thirstiness for your partner is good. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's when you, again, start to step off of your throne. That's the problem. That's when we need to reel it back in a little bit. Two of Pentacles, this person's trying to keep something in their life in balance right now too. This person could be really focused on their finances, or they use that as a distraction. They use that as a reason not to be close, right? They use that as a reason to run away or to hide. Is because, oh, I'm just so busy at work. I literally have zero time. You know, I'm just so busy. I wake up in the morning, I go to work, and then as soon as I come home, I'm like, literally as I'm walking to my bed, I'm kicking off my clothes and my shoes and I'm going to sleep. I have no time for nothing else. And maybe that's actually the case some days, because people do have busy schedules like that sometimes. But I feel like it's actually also a distraction too. right? Because the Four of Pentacles can represent devil energy too for me, because it's that holding on. And I feel like there's fears that are surrounding that. So let's dig into how you're feeling about this person a little bit more, right? Why is Gemini feeling inconclusive about this person here? Why is Gemini feeling inconclusive? Strength. Do I have the strength? Do I have what it takes? There you are, Gemini. I don't know. Maybe you're the channel sponsor. Listen, I'm not going to go ahead and assume anything, though, so you take it as it resonates for you. But it's like, do I have the strength to open myself up? Do I have the strength to allow myself to be vulnerable in this connection? Right? Do I have the strength also to let go of lower level toxic energy impulses, right? Where I might not always show up as the best energy, because sometimes, you know, that's another thing that soulmates will do. They'll show us who we actually are and the things we need to work on still. And there can be shame associated with that. Because, you know, it's like, if I could hurt this person, or if I could treat this person this way, what does that say about me? You know, it's like, meeting somebody who you feel so connected to, it feels like such a divine connection, and then treating them like any other random on the street. It's like, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good look, you know? And so there could be a lot of like self-assessment that's going on this person's side, okay? Whether that's you or them. But again, this is what I've dubbed you, Gemini, okay? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like, do I have the strength to do this? Give me something for serendipity. Oh, wow. Yeah. Heck no. That's way too many. Give me something for serendipity, please. It's like, you're getting a lot of signs about this person. You're seeing everything. Y'all might be feeling like you're being a little bit like, you know, hit hard by every angle with signs, you know, like you might hear their name, turn around, see their birthday, right? Then turn around, see their name, then turn around, like, you know, like hear a song and just be like, ugh, like scared, like almost this energy of like, oh my gosh, right? Some of y'all might even wonder, like, has this person put some kind of heebie-jeebie on me or something? But no, that's just the power of a divine soul connection, right? Like spirit, because spirit's involved in this too. It's not just y'all. So if there is a divine connection here, or something that maybe y'all are meant to come together because you're meant to work together, or you're meant to do something together, right? You're meant to better humanity in some type of way, or raise the vibration of the planet, or maybe you're just meant to show people that real love exists and that love does conquer all, right? It's cheesy as it sounds, okay? Whatever your mission is together on this earth, it's like spirit is involved in that, so you can be very assured that spirit will make sure that this comes through, or you at least get the signs, or you at least know what the heck is up, right? Serendipity, please. Serendipity. Okay. Yeah. 3 of Wands. You're like, did I manifest this person in? Did they manifest me in? Like, what in the world? Like, I get this energy here. Like, there's a knowing here. There's a knowing on your side, Gemini, of like, I manifested this person in. Wow. You know, I brought this person to me, or I made this person materialize in my life, and like, you know, or this person showed up right when I needed them, or right when I was lost, this person found me. Like, there's that kind of energy here. What does make the effort? I'm breezing through, guys, breezing through. Okay. 10 of Wands, such a burden, right? Gemini, you need to stop for real though. It's like, it's such a burden to make the effort, right? It's such a burden to, like, you know, but it's a burden not to as well. That's the thing here, right? Look at this little ancestor. He's like, could you get it the fuck together? I don't know. There's something with I'm sorry, guys. It's just so funny how the cats show up in these readings. But yeah, yeah, I feel like it's a burden to make an effort. It's a burden not to make the effort, Gemini. Damn, I feel like some of you guys want to drop this wand, though, and pick up your 1 wand, right? The Knight of Wands. You want to take inspired action. I feel like you just want to go for it. For some of you guys, you know, nuts and bolts for how this person's feeling about Gemini gang. Nuts and bolts, please. We have the Ace of Cups, right? So this person might see that this connection actually is like a journey to self-love for them. This could be somebody who is deeply insecure. They might not come off that way. They might come off as, you know, innovative and funny and magnetic and alive, and they could be attractive. But I feel like when you look in their eyes, or you see how they carry themselves, like they've been wounded deeply. This is somebody who has a lot of childhood trauma. This is somebody who, you know, they are so busy filling up everybody else's cup. They're so busy worrying and loving and giving to everybody else that they don't even expect people to give to them anymore. That is so fucking sad, bro. Like, honestly, that is the energy I'm getting, though. This person does not expect people to give to them. So when people walk away, they're like, yep, makes sense, right? It's funny because I kind of resonate with this side over here a little bit, but I also kind of resonate with, I don't know, guys. Anyways, this isn't about me, but I do feel like there's this energy here of that, you know? And so, because the Ace of Cups for me is always self-love. It's always self-love for me as a reader. Some people look at this as a new love or an offer of love, and I could see that too, because this person does want to work on it. But at the same time, this person is also valuing themselves because they see how damaging that this situation could be if they're just giving and not receiving. It's like it's detrimental to their self-esteem is what I'm getting here, okay? So this person might have kind of eased back a little bit, Gemini, or they could just be very focused on growth, you know, stability in their own life right now. With the Seven of Pentacles, this person is, I feel like, very heavily in this energy of patience and surrender. Like, again, I trust that if I'm meant to be with you, you will come back around in another lifetime. Like, you know what I mean? But in this lifetime, I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, because the damage that's been done in my soul in this lifetime with everybody in my life just coming in and just shitting on me, I basically have no choice. Like, this person feels like they have no choice. But I do feel like also this person wants to offer love to you. Like, they would love, because these two little turtle doves, okay? I feel like this person would love to show up with you vulnerable. I feel like this person would love to have like a real honest connection with you. But I don't know, Gemini, because it's like it's a burden over here. Okay? And maybe this person feels that way a little bit about you too. Like, I'm being a burden on you. Okay? What is this? Wounded. Like, what is that? What is this wounded for how this person's feeling about Gemini gang? This wounded for how this person's feeling. Seven of Swords with the Page of Swords. Look, there you go, watching from a distance. This person might feel like you hurt them and then sat back and watched to see how it would affect them. This isn't looking great, guys. So if you feel like you're over here on this side, by all means, go ahead and switch over. But that's just how this person's feeling. This doesn't have to mean it's real. But then again, if a person's feelings are always real, how they feel about a situation is real, right? Regardless of that's what was meant or intended is not the thing we're talking about here. We're talking about feelings, right? And feelings are not black and white. Feelings are a kaleidoscope of colors, okay? So Seven of Swords, Page of Swords, yeah. And I feel like this wounding goes beyond y'all too. Like, don't just take all the credit for this and be like, I'm a piece of garbage. I did this, I did that. No, Gemini, okay? Because I see genuine energy over here on your side too. It just feels like there's where this person has been wounded a lot. You know, they've had people come in here. I'm hearing that song, Who Do You Think You Are? Going around leaving scars. Collecting your jar of hearts. Like, this person could have ran across a lot of people who have, you know, love bombed them, came in, did all this, future faked, all this good stuff, and then just left, ran, ghosted, whatever. Discarded like they were trash, right? I told you this person has a lot of self-healing that they need to do, or that they are doing. I don't want to say need to do, because they are working on themselves, okay? So this person is very on guard about that, and the slightest energy of any kind of thing that reminds them of their past, which this is not necessarily healthy. I'm just saying this is how this person feels. Anything that slightly reminds them of their past, or that behavior, that sneaky, low vibing behavior, they're instantly like swords up, right? Like, there's this energy here of boundaries, because they're not sure if they can trust you. They're not sure if they can trust this situation right now. Okay? Maybe they feel like you probably out there just, you know, looking at other people or interested in other people. That could be another thing that happens with this person a lot. Somebody always chooses somebody else over them. And so they're just assuming that that's what you're doing right now too. Choosing somebody else. And maybe you are, Gemini, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, or this is you. What is this trust energy here? What's the trust energy? The devil. Okay, the devil showing up with the Ten of Swords. I feel like there's an energy here of wanting to trust that you're not this devil character, right? Or that their past doesn't have to be their future here. I am getting that energy with this person. Like, there's a trust in regards to this. Yeah, this person is definitely, that's what it is. This person's trying to see you in a different way. They're trying not to label you as toxic, or they're trying not to label you as somebody that's like everybody else. They're trying to see the light that I feel like they see within you. But also, I feel like this person just trusts that who's meant for them is meant for them. Like, you know, like if you're not the one, Gemini, there's somebody else, or there's something else. Like, this person doesn't necessarily even have to be with anybody. I'm kind of getting the energy energy with this self-love here of like, I will love the hell out of myself and just be fine with that. Because I'm the only one that hasn't came in and like degraded my energy or, you know, used me or manipulated me. Like there's something here where this person is deep into self-protective mode, guys. Deeply. Okay. Damn. Well, let's get some future actions or see what's going to happen like with this connection moving forward in the future. Let's just get some like future, what could be happening with this connection, Spirit. And now keep in mind, okay, before I do this, the future is always changing. The future is never set in stone. It's always changing with every choice, every moment, every change. People have free will. Spirit can see all trajectories. Spirit can see all possibilities, all paths, all timelines. So what we're going to get right here is going to be the most likely timeline for what Spirit sees within your heart and within this other person's heart at this time, right? So this is what Spirit is saying. This can change, okay? For better or for worse, it can change. It's just, you know, this is what Spirit is saying is most likely to happen at this point in time. So let's see, okay? What's going to happen moving forward here with this connection? We have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing, your spiritual path. So there's an almost recognition here moving forward between both of you guys that this is a soul connection, or that this has happened for a reason here. Express your love on the bottom of the deck. What's going to happen with this connection moving forward, Spirit? We have past life relationship. You have known each other before. That's the second time we've seen that. So yeah, there's a big recognition here, whether this is within yourselves or to each other verbally, right? There's a big recognition of like, this is a soulmate connection. This was fated. This was something that I was meant to meet this person. This is very significant for my lifetime or for me. And this actually, I feel like, even though it doesn't really feel like a direct action in this connection, it actually is causing actions because the clarity is what's needed here. You know how like they say you can't fix your problem until you first admit that you have one, right? Well, you can't work on a soul connection until you first admit that this is a soul connection, right? So there's something here with that, guys, okay? What do we have here for what's happening moving forward with this connection? We have stay optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. What's happening next with this connection here? We have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. What's happening next? Let's get like, I don't know, one or two more. What's happening next with this connection, please? Because I'm getting a very much, it's like up in the air type of energy here. Like, I feel like Spirit's like, there's just different, when okay, hold on. Let me just shut up and pull two more cards here for what's happening next. We have you deserve love. Okay. It's safe for you to love on the bottom of the deck. One more, please. One more. And then we have healing family issues. Okay. So when we have energy like this in love connections, what I've noticed, guys, is that's because it's like a very split direct paths, okay? So how Spirit is seeing things is things could swing severely either way. You guys could choose to come into each other and really work on this, or you could choose to just forever break apart and be done, right? There's not really a lot of like other timelines or paths or anything like that with this connection at this time. So Spirit's saying it's really up to you guys. There's a strong chemistry here. There's a very strong chemistry. There's a very strong healing energy too. Like y'all heal each other's ancestral wounds, or you heal each other in this connection, as I said, right? And there's a recognition of this connection of a past life situation. And both of you guys have hope here with stay optimistic about your love life. Like you want to stay optimistic about it. We have the Emperor, Divine Masculine showing up here. Maybe somebody needs to come in and take control of this situation. Possibly the masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. But that's what Divine Masculine is in a connection, right? The masculine energy leads the connection energetically, right? That's why the Divine Feminine is in that receptive energy. Sometimes we get our roles reversed in relationships, or there just needs to be recognition of what your role is. Whether you're the woman or not. Are you the Divine Masculine or are you the Divine Feminine? And what do you want to be? Because if you want to be in your Divine Feminine role, it's your job to sit back and let the masculine lead this connection, even if he doesn't lead it anywhere. right? If somebody is not putting in effort, putting in consistent effort, valuing you, showing up for you, you know, forging this thing ahead, then that is a clear sign. That's a choice. That's a message. Okay. And as the divine feminine, it's your role to allow your masculine to lead. Okay. The problem is that when the masculine isn't leading the way you want them to, and so you try to step up into that masculine energy and push and force, that's when things become imbalanced, because the masculine has to choose, just like the feminine has to choose, right? So if you're the divine feminine here and you're dealing with somebody who is not really leading this connection anywhere or doesn't know what they want or whatever, it's like, take that lead from that person, take that cue, turn into yourself, focus on yourself. Okay. And if you're the divine masculine here and you're waiting for your feminine to lead, you got the situation all twisted, bruh. Like, you know, like you're the one that's meant to energetically lead the connection. And to do that, you must figure out what you want. Lover's energy. Okay. Whew, I feel like I'm giving people couples therapy right now. Okay. So what do we have here for future of this connection? Let's get some tarot. I'm not going to clarify each one, but I will just get something from tarot. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Two of Cups, guys. Okay, like there's Two of Cups, Two of Wands. It's a coming together. The Two of Wands is expansion, planning, strategy, travel. The Two of Wands is the energy, because all twos are talking about choices, right? But the Two of Wands is like, when I have made this choice, I've already made the choice. I just need to choose how to take action here, okay? So this could be somebody choosing to take action, all right? But this is harmony, this is balance, this is unity, it's union, it's coming together here. What's the future of this connection, guys? Oh, Lord have mercy. We have the Page of Wands that came out, okay? So that's communication, it's playful communication, it's fun. It's also following your life path. With with the Page of Wands, you know, because the ancestors like, come on, come this way. And they're like, oh man, I don't know, you know, but they're like, okay. So there's like this energy here of maybe going for it or putting the work in or following your life path. I don't know, but there is communication here with the Page of Wands. What's the future of this connection here? What's the future of this connection, Spirit, that we've picked up on? We have the Three of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this could be a peace offering. I don't normally get that, but with this combo, because for me, how I read, guys, if you don't know already, the bottom deck energy is what's bringing this card. It's what's pulling the card that came out. So the fact that this is Three of Swords, and then we have somebody giving, it's almost like somebody wants to give to somebody. Somebody might want to gift you something too. I don't know. Maybe that's one of their love languages, right? Like, I like to show my affection in gifts or something tangible, right? But Three of Swords can also be healing from heartbreak too, because you're writing down your feelings, you're expressing things. There's nobody in this bed, so they're obviously out and living their life still. So there's this energy here of maybe wanting to come through from heartbreak, perhaps. Somebody could also be sad about how slow something is or somebody is. I don't know. That's something I could see here too, right? So what do we have here for what's happening next in this connection? We have the King of Pentacles coming out. So that's daddy energy. Sorry, guys. That's daddy energy. That is husband energy. This is what everybody wants, right? And then for the male version, you want the Queen of Pentacles. You know, you want a lady. You want somebody who's committed, somebody who's devoted, somebody who's loyal, somebody who has their stuff together, you know?